Welcome to the top 5 scariest horror movies from 2019. Now, if you enjoy TV shows and movie content just like this video today, then make sure to go ahead and subscribe down below to the Television Society YouTube channel. We're going to be posting a bunch more content on this channel in the future. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe, and once you've done that, let me know in the comments saying that you've subscribed, and I will come down there and I will chat to you guys. So in 2019, we had brand new horror films released, and 2019 did not let us down with those. We're currently living in a new golden age of horror right now as our real world becomes ever more terrifying. And that continued in 2019, from clever reboots of classic horror flicks and twisty genre bending films to a headier second swing at horror from our Oscar winning Jordan Peele. So let's jump into the number 5 spot. Coming in at the number 5 spot on this list, we have got It Chapter 2. Now, It Chapter 2 isn't quite as great as its predecessor, but for anyone who was craving a dose of Stephen King's thrilling clown horror, this film is a solid choice to watch right now in 2020 during lockdown. Balancing a bit of heart with its terrifying premise, nothing is scarier than the monster that manifests as your biggest fear. Pennywise returns to haunt the now adult kids of Derry 27 years after his first appearance. The cast for the sequel is also very great, and even better when you see them with their child counterparts. It too may not go down as the best horror film, but is a respectable entry into the Stephen King canon. And this film is absolutely amazing, and of course it does have its problems, but the film overall is very, very good. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have got Pet Sematary. Despite the studio heft behind this project, Pet Sematary unfolds across a handful of locations with a cast that would fit within the confines of a stage play, and the minimalist approach allows this Frankensteinian rumination on the travails of playing God to take on a claustrophobic quality as the darkness closes in. It's a gripping illustration of what happens when you mess with nature, and it decides to strike back. Jete Lawrence gives one of the all-time spookiest kid performances as a zombified child, and the uncompromising finale brings the haunting material to a chilling finish. While it doesn't outdo its 1989 predecessor, this Pet Sematary proves that some scary stories are always worth telling, misspellings and all. Coming in at the number 3 spot, we have got Annabelle Comes Home. Of all the ideas to come out of the lucrative cinematic universe of The Conjuring, the freakiest one involves a spooky doll, and I used to hate dolls all the way back when I was a kid. Absolutely terrified of them, and with this film that's no exception as well. With Annabelle and the prequel, Annabelle Creation, the stationary figure became a getaway for a demonic force seeking the souls of young children. Unlike the 2-hour-plus long Conjuring movies or the sprawling Covenant showdowns of The Nun, the new movie jams in archetypes of a John Hughes teen comedy into a minimalist haunted house scenario, relegating the family exorcist Ed and Lorraine Warren to supporting characters and focusing on their middle school daughter Judy, her teen babysitter Mary Ellen, and Mary Ellen's pal Daniela. The movie embraces an opportunity for spine-tingling apparitions at every turn, and it also is a very good movie to watch right now in lockdown, in my opinion.
Everything you see in here is either haunted, cursed, or has been used in some kind of ritualistic practice. Nothing's a toy. It's safer for these things to be in here than out there.
So subscribe to the Television Society YouTube channel for more content on all your favorite TV shows and movies just like today's video, guys. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe and let me know when you've subscribed down below, and I will come down there and reply to you. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have got Happy Death Day to You.
Hey, I folded your clothes for you.
Ryan! Get in
in here right now!
This horror film was released back in 2019 on the 13th of February. The film follows from the events of the first film, where Tree is stuck in a time loop where she keeps reliving her last day over and over again. When it starts happening to her friends as well, she decides to put an end to that. The film, although is very basic in its story and concept, almost like the first one, it is very well made and written, and it scored a 70% on Rotten Tomatoes and even 89% of the audience liked the film overall. The film is also really great at horror and kills, just like the first film, and this horror movie is definitely worth watching during lockdown. And coming in at the number 1 spot, this horror film is one of my favourites from 2019, and this horror film works so well, and it is called Us.
We don't have anything here. This is our summer home. We just got in today, so...
Once upon...
But it wouldn't have carried so much weight if it weren't such a gratifying viewing experience. His sophomore effort, Us, provides that surprise hit was not a fluke. Accompanied by her husband, son and daughter, Adelaide Wilson returns to the beachfront home where she grew up as a child, haunted by a traumatic experience from the past. Adelaide grows up increasingly concerned that something bad is going to happen to her. Her worst fears soon become a reality when 4 masked strangers descend upon the house, forcing the Wilsons into a fight for survival. And when the mask comes off, the family is horrified to learn that each attacker takes the appearance of one of them. The film scored a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes by critics and is classed as Jordan Peele's best work in terms of directing. So let me know what your favourite film of 2019 in terms of the horror genre is down below in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and make sure you subscribe to the Television Society YouTube channel for all your favourite TV shows and movies just like this video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.